If you've ever stood in front of a blank wall and wondered whether dropping a six-figure budget on a giant screen is going to actually move the needle for your business, you're not alone. The fear of splurging on the wrong tech, only to end up with a massive piece of glass that sits idle, is real. You want proof that the investment translates into real-world impact, not just a shiny spec sheet. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I started looking at ultra-large displays for corporate environments, the Samsung 95-inch QMC LFD kept popping up in a handful of design forums and digital signage case studies. The buzz centered around its dynamic crystal color engine, which promises a billion shades, and a cloud-based VXT content suite that supposedly lets you schedule playlists from anywhere. That sounded impressive, but the question on every decision-maker's mind is whether those promises survive the day-to-day grind of a busy office lobby or a bustling retail floor. Let's break down what you actually get when you bring this screen into a real setting. First off, the size. At 95 inches, the panel dominates the visual field without needing a massive wall. The bezel-less design means you can tile it with another unit if you ever need a larger video wall, and the uniform framing keeps the image looking consistent from any angle. The depth is only 48.1 millimeters, so it's surprisingly slim for something that big, and the weight 56.3 kg is manageable for a professional installer but not something you'll be moving around on your own. From a content perspective, the VXT S-Series software is where the real work happens. It's a cloud platform, so you don't have to wrestle with a local server or worry about updates breaking your playlists. You log in, drag a video, an image, or a PowerPoint slide into a canvas, and the system automatically generates a schedule based on the timing you set. The free templates on VXT Canvas give you a head start if you're not a designer. They're built for corporate branding, news tickers, or wayfinding. In practice, I saw a mid-size law firm use the platform to rotate client logos, short video testimonials, and a scrolling news feed, all without touching a single line of code. The content updated in real time, so when a new case win was announced, the marketing manager could push the update from their laptop and have it appear on the screen within minutes. Now, who should actually consider buying this? If you run a corporate headquarters with a high-traffic lobby, an airline check-in area, a university reception, or a retail flagship where brand storytelling is a core part of the experience, the QMC's visual fidelity and the integrated content suite are genuine value drivers. The screen's color accuracy makes product demos look lifelike, and the scheduling engine lets you swap messaging for different times of day without a technician on site. For organizations that already have a digital signage strategy, this all-in-one package can replace a separate media player, reduce cable clutter, and simplify compliance with corporate branding guidelines. On the flip side, if you're a small business owner looking for a big display to throw up in a modest office, you'll likely find the price tag hard to justify. The screen's sheer size can feel overwhelming in a 1,012-foot room, and the visual impact diminishes when viewers are too close. Moreover, the one-year subscription to the VXT platform is baked into the initial purchase, but after that period you'll need to decide whether to renew, switch to a third-party signage solution, or go back to manual uploads. That ongoing cost can catch budget-savvy teams off guard if they're not planning for it. Let's talk about the practical strengths that actually matter after the box is opened. The color performance is where Samsung's QMC technology shines. In a side-by-side test with a standard LED wall, the QMC display reproduced subtle gradients in a brand color palette without banding, and the contrast held up under bright ambient lighting, something you'll appreciate in a lobby with natural windows. The even bezels also mean you can mount the screen flush against a wall without a distracting frame, which helps maintain a clean aesthetic in design-focused spaces. On the downside, the installation is not a weekend DIY project. The weight and the need for a secure, level mounting surface mean you'll be calling in a professional installer, which adds to the overall cost. Also, the screen doesn't have built-in speakers, so if you want audio for video content you'll need an external solution and a separate wiring plan. That's an easy detail to overlook when you're focused on the visual specs, but it can become a pain point if you're hoping for an all-in-one signage solution. Another hidden trade-off is the reliance on a constant network connection for the VXT platform. In environments where Wi-Fi is spotty or where the network undergoes frequent changes, you might experience brief content freezes until the connection stabilizes. Most users reported this as a minor hiccup, but for mission-critical displays, think flight information in an airport, any lag can be problematic.